One day after gunfire shattered a neighborhood's morning routine, the community is making sure fear does not take over. It's the same spot between 10th and 11th Streets off Chestnut, where a mother was shot walking her young daughter to the bus stop just outside the YMCA and near two JCPS schools. Today, parents, neighbors, and police stood watch at that very stop, determined to give the kids a sense of safety they deserve. We're so glad you are with us here on this Thursday. I'm Brooke Hash. It is a day of reflection and a call to action in the Russell neighborhood. Our Alexandra Goldberg was at the bus stop this morning, hearing from the victim's family and residents demanding more help in their neighborhood. Alexandra?
Brooke, right. Residents, council members, and of course the family of Rhodesia Williams, the mother who was shot at this very bus stop yesterday morning. The memorial for her is growing this afternoon for the 23-year-old mother of two shot in front of her 7-year-old daughter while doing something they did every single morning. Just hours ago, dozens of community members came out in support of school bus pickup this morning. Community leaders standing by parents and their students here on 10th and Chestnut. Metro Police were also here at each corner of this intersection, but at a community press conference that took place just after the school bells rang, Rhodesia Williams' family took to the podium to remember her name. This is Donna Cole, Rhodesia's aunt.
They can't be more outraged for us than we are. Boots on the ground. We talking about what needs to be done. Get in your community. Don't expect them to do it for you. Because I'm here today because my niece was killed yesterday in front of her daughter and her niece and all the other children that was on the bus. Rhodesia Williams. Remember her. Say her name, and you better remember me, because I ain't going nowhere.
We also heard from several other families who have had their children shot and killed at bus stops in past years. The message here from these families: students and parents shouldn't have to live in fear while walking to the school bus. And later this evening, we'll hear from Rhodesia's mother and sister here at WHAS11 at 4, 5, and 6, live in Louisville. Alexandra Goldberg, WHAS11 on your side, Brooke.
Alexandra, thank you so much for that report. Metro Police are still looking for the suspected shooter involved here. We want you to take a good look at these photos. Police know they are not the best. They are blurry, seemingly taken from a bus camera of the suspect walking on Chestnut Street. That shooting happened around 8 o'clock yesterday morning in that area between 10th and 11th, right on Chestnut, just outside the YMCA. That's also a block away from Coleridge Taylor Elementary and Central High School. Police initially arrested or took into custody a 15-year-old boy who they say thought had fired several shots near people headed to school. They said they brought him in and later learned he was there at the scene, but not the suspect. He's since been released. The woman walking with a student, again, Rhodesia, 23-year-old mother, died in all of this. To catch up on our coverage this week, you can head to our website, WHAS11.com. You can also download the free WHAS11 Plus app. Meanwhile, police say they have arrested a second person connected to the first shooting at that bus stop. It happened last week on the first day of school. Two teens opened fire in front of dozens of students near 10th and Chestnut. And then 2 days later, they arrested a 15-year-old charged now with 33 counts of wanton endangerment and possession of a handgun by a minor. A woman who lives in that area told us she witnessed the whole thing.
There's another shooting, and it's not good. I was coming back from taking my son to school, and I seen a person who had a gun right out in midday while there were students around the buses. Everything is going as normal.
The second teenager arrested is also charged with 33 counts of wanton endangerment and possession of a handgun by a minor, second offense. Our focus team has been looking into youth violence trends for the last month, and we found the shooting victims ages 18 to 24 have drastically decreased by about 50% over the last 3 years. However, shooting victims under 18 have stayed roughly the same and are getting closer to that 18 to 24-year-old age range. Brandon Mullins, the founder of Factory of Champions, started organizing youth basketball tournaments this summer to give teens a chance to meet their mentors.
Core life skills, man, like what I'm trying to give them through Factory of Champions, core life skills, right? I want them to understand emotional intelligence. I want them to understand conflict resolution.
Tonight at 6 o'clock, our Focus reporter Travis Breeze speaks to several community members working to curb youth violence and what they feel is working so far. That's all tonight here exclusively on WHAS 11 News at 6 o'clock.
Well, it is another hot day out there for you as we go towards your Thursday. Got some sunshine and clouds rolling in for this afternoon just as you're taking your lunch break. Current temperatures right now just into the mid to upper 80s, 88 degrees in Jeffersonville, 86 in Elizabethtown. And those feel like temperatures start to warm up as well. Really 90s all across the board, 92 in Elizabethtown, Brandonsburg at 92 degrees, Hardinsburg 93 as well, Litchfield 92. So it is just a hot one out there. Springfield at 98 degrees. Overall, as you look at some of those weather headlines, we're still going to start to see this intense heat outside. So we're still seeing temperatures well into the 90s, even upper 90s ahead for us as we head towards the next several days. And we are tracking a dry pattern ahead for us over the next couple of days. And also, not many rain chances, at least as we head towards the weekend, but those rain chances will return by next week. Let's look at that max HD radar. Overall, not seeing much out there, just some radar reflectivity, not really seeing much as far as any rain showers, just a few pop-up showers for this afternoon. Dew points, sticky, humid, tropical, all of the above outside for this afternoon, and we'll still see that as we head towards the next couple of days as well with just some hot, humid conditions. As we look at that Kentucky State Fair, yeah, across the board for your Thursday, Friday, back into Saturday and Sunday, we're talking lower 90s for today and eventually mid 90s on the way for your Saturday and Sunday. Now, what's ahead though? We are really cranking up the heat as we head towards not only this weekend, but also back into next week. I'll be timing out what you can expect and how hot it'll get coming up in just a few minutes. We'll send it back over to you, Brooke.
All right, thank you so much. A sad update this afternoon from the family that lived in a Jeffersonville home which exploded. According to the family's GoFundMe account, one of the victims has died. 5 people were badly injured on that July 30th explosion when the house was destroyed. It was caused by an internal gas leak. The family posting updates throughout GoFundMe and said today one of their cousins named Timmy died from medical complications. They wrote, "These donations will help give Timmy a proper funeral and help cover the medical expenses for the other 4 victims who've been in and out of surgery." You can find a link to that account in this story on WHAS11.com. Well, one man is dead and the alleged shooter in custody after a standoff with police. LMPD said they were called out to the 3000 block of Middale Lane next to Klondike Lane Elementary School for a shooting around 11:30 last night. A man was taken to University Hospital where he died. The suspect barricaded himself in his apartment but eventually came out. No one else injured. LMPD said all parties are accounted for and charges are pending. Another deadly shooting last night, this time in the Chickasaw neighborhood. LMPD said a woman died at the hospital after a shooting at 41st and Broadway around 9 o'clock. They did not have any suspects, so anyone with information can call that anonymous tip line at 574 LMPD.